Hi everyone. As you can tell by the title, in this video I'm going to be talking about the male orgasm, a subject I have infinitely more experience with rather than the orgasms of the women of the female persuasion, of which I'm still relatively a noob. Um, so I'm going to be very honest in this video, so if you are of a nervous disposition or just plain don't want to hear me talking about pleasing myself, then you best go and watch another video. Because I am a very honest person. It's something that I've always considered uh, a very high sort of priority in my life. I just don't like lying. I'd rather just lay out what I think and let people judge for themselves. I feel guilty when I lie, and then it's just like too much bother just trying to think about who you've lied to and what you've lied to them about, and I just can't be dealing with that shit. I said I'm going to be very honest. Got that funk started this whole thing off with talking about orgasms. He first started talking about the female orgasm, and then Vogter 2100 and Glenn, all babies are atheists, chimed in with their opinions on the male orgasm, because then with them being male, they probably have more experience when it comes to pleasing themselves, as I do. I agree very much with what Vogter 2100 said in regards to there being a difference between just like an ordinary ejaculation and an orgasm. And I only found this out very recently. As some of you may or may not know, I recently entered my second relationship. And even though it is my second relationship, I'd probably say it was my first sort of serious relationship with a woman. And we met up a week or so ago. She came up to see me, and we were fooling around, and I had what can only be described as just like an earth-shattering orgasm. It was something that I had never felt before, even though I'd done stuff with women with my previous girlfriend. This was on in like an entirely new league. I felt like I've been playing in the championships for the whole of my life, and now I've suddenly been elevated to the Premier League. Sorry, that's a little football talk. I'm just saying that it was very, very good, and it was a lot better than anything I've ever felt before. So afterwards, I felt like I ran a marathon. I was huffing and puffing. I couldn't move, and I was just like shaking all over. And it took me, quite a while to get over. I mean, I say why 5-10 minutes, which is probably a lot for a man, especially a lot for me. And this is when I found out that there is many levels of orgasm or ejaculation when it comes to men as well. If you're sort of pleasing yourself, it's more, even though you do it because it feels good, but it's kind of just like a run of the mill, almost mechanical like ejaculation. When I think when you elevate it to orgasm, it's a lot to do with the person that you're with. Now, my girlfriend and I have a very sort of open and honest relationship. We're very interested in exploring each other, trying different things, and wanting to find out what our partner likes and doesn't like, so we can please them more. And I'm glad I found someone with whom I can have that kind of relationship with, and I think it's going to lead to a very sort of healthy sex life. And of course, having that as part of your relationship, and also feeling like a very sort of a deep connect with someone and having very deep feelings for them, I think all these things sort of come together and make for this earth-shattering orgasm. It takes the ejaculation up to like a full-blown orgasm. And I'm just happy that I found someone like that. And so I've been pleasing myself even before I hit puberty. I remember, and I do sort of please myself because it does feel good, but there is sort of like a more of a hint, more than a hint of a sort of a biological urge to it. I don't know. I usually please myself sort of like twice before I go in the shower. Is that considered high sex? I really don't know. It's not really sort of a topic I discuss a lot with my friends. I sort of please myself, and then about 5 minutes later I'm ready to go again. And I probably could do with doing it just once, but I think if I do it twice, then it'll sort of it'll tide me over for a few days, before I have to, I probably want to do it again. I could probably go for a couple of days without thinking, oh yeah, that would be nice to do. and so that one's got more of a mechanical feel to it, you know. So as I said, there are different levels to male orgasms as well as female orgasms. So it's, you know, it's a very complicated issue, and I can only give my own personal opinion. Um, and so I really don't know if I have anything else to say about that. Um, I do watch porn, and like Glenn, all babies are atheists. I do have a certain fondness for the amateur stuff. I mean, I can watch all types of stuff. I like the professional porn as well, but um, I like the amateur stuff because it gets me off more. You know, without, I feel like, and no pun intended, I feel like I'm more in their position. You know, I feel like I can see myself doing what they are, because the things aren't perfect. You know, sometimes you get shoddy camera work, and you know, you get, like, you know, hairs and stuff like that, and it's all sort of leads to the experience. It adds to the experience of, you know, this is something that I maybe could be doing myself, and it feels as if you could be, you know, in their shoes, as it were. You know, I know they're probably not wearing shoes because they're naked, but you know what I mean. Yeah, but as I said, I like all sorts, but you know, amateur stuff really does do it for me. Plus, it has added benefits as well. You know, if you please yourself, then endorphins get released. You feel sort of very relaxed, and you can focus on things more as well, because it can get very distracting if you're horny, especially if you're horny. You know, so you please yourself, and you can, you know, focus on things better, and you can be more attentive in different areas of your life, and you know, you can get on with your daily routine without having to think of, you know, naked boobies all the time. So that's my video. It's a brief overview of the male orgasm. If I think of anything else to say, I'll make another video. But you know, until the next video, cheerio.